So we have some cool news from Dave Filoni about the main villain for Star Wars going forwards. And I guess this is going to be for his movie, which is going to be the conclusion to Mando, Ahsoka, Boba, everything. All the shows that he's been part of. This is going to be the movie that will conclude all of that stuff, kind of like Endgame or Infinity War, stuff like that. So, who did Dave Filoni say is the villain of Star Wars New Republic era? In the summer issue of Empire, Filoni was asked if he saw Thrawn, played in Ahsoka by Lars Mikkelsen, as the big bad of this New Republic era. He confirmed this and elaborated on Thrawn's character and origin, describing what makes him different from characters like Darth Vader. Which, let me interject. When Heir to the Empire came out, I was 0 years old. It was 1990. I was just born. And one of the really fascinating things about Thrawn and being the new big bad in Heir to the Empire, which is after Return of the Jedi, is the fact that it's not just another Darth Vader copycat. It's not some like super powerful Force user that's, just kicking ass and taking names. It's someone who has zero Force abilities but has intellect beyond anyone else. And that's what makes Thrawn really interesting and really dangerous. Definitely, in my eyes, when Timothy Zahn wrote Heir to the Empire, Thrawn became this very iconic villain, because he was different than anything we'd seen before. Filoni explained, via the direct, he wasn't another helmet-wearing, lightsaber-wielding bad guy, There's a lot of pull to make characters that are like Vader because it is so iconic. It is iconic, and it's so badass. But at the same time, they created Joruus C'baoth, who is like a clone of a Jedi, and they made him evil, but they didn't make him the main dude, right? So they made Thrawn, who's an intellectual, doesn't have the Force like Palpatine, the main bad guy. But the boldness that Timothy Zahn, was to make somebody that wasn't like that didn't have those abilities, but could fight in a different way. In the words Star Wars, the war part of it, him being a Grand Admiral, a leader, a military strategist, a Moriarty archetype, someone that will outthink you, outstrategize you, that really resonated. He's a critical player in this time period. We are fortunate to have that character and fortunate to have Lars Mikkelsen playing him. So I think this is the right move. We don't need another Darth Vader, essentially, to be the next main bad guy. As much as, I'd love to see Darth Vader or like a copy of him, just because it's cool, but we can have those characters. However, they can all answer to Thrawn, and Thrawn can be the big bad one. Because when you have intellect beyond anyone else, you can see and strategize everything before it actually happens, which means you can have all your pawns, all of your knights, all your bishops, rooks, everything in place before you actually need them. This way you can never be thwarted, you can never be overthrown, and you'll never be caught by surprise because you're always ready and you've thought of every scenario.